All right, what's going on, guys? It's Fizzy here. Unite Gaming head coach for Halo. Let's go. First off, this video is going to be about 343, the Halo amateur scene, my turn to being a villain, and why I'm going to be a villain from now on, and what I think that 343 can do better to make this game better. So let's get right into the 343 issue. So 343 has been not putting in content. They, in my opinion, they feel like they don't really give a shit anymore. They just took everybody's money, which is kind of scummy. Also, I understand that they're understaffed, but it's like, just be communicative and talk to your community and explain that, this and this and this is gonna happen. We're fixing this, this, and this. Like, do something. Like, at least like communicate that you're trying to fix shit and not just like keep us in the dark all times. Like, nobody knows what's going on anymore. For me personally, man, it's like I feel like they just gave up and decided like, whatever. But hopefully that's not the case. I saw that I've been hearing some little bit of rumbles that I don't know if this is 100% fact yet. I probably should have checked this, but if they're gonna do the DMR, make it a 5-shot kill, add pistols as a secondary, and make those an 8-shot kill. Because if you could do 4 bullets, if you could hit 4 bullets and then switch your pistol real quick, that'll make the game's pacing way faster and feel faster. Also, make sure that the servers are good to go, because I've been playing on 200 fucking ping servers and that's ass. And optimize the PC to where it actually is playable and not, dude. I put this. Okay, so this is what I mean. I play this game. I put on VSync. My game stutters. Take VSync off, doesn't stutter. I have a 165 hertz FreeSync monitor. I set it down to, where it's like 160 hertz, and my game's stuttering, even though FreeSync should be not stuttering it, and like not screen tearing. So my game will screen tear when it's with VSync, and it'll stutter. Without VSync, it won't stutter, but it'll screen tear. But then I can't even set it to like put it below my refresh rate to get FreeSync, because it doesn't fucking work on this game, which is mind blowing to me. And I don't know why that's a thing, but it is what it is. So fix the optimization part of the PC and make it better. So just be accountable for like, this is what we're doing. We messed up here. We're sorry. Here's how we're gonna fix it. Like, just tell us what you're gonna do. And it's so annoying that we have to like sit here and ask them like, hey, are you gonna fix the game? Oh, we don't know. Like, what the fuck you mean you don't know? You're the guys are the ones that created the game. You should know. It should be logical. It should be like, oh, yeah, we're gonna fix this and this and this. Like, why are we getting 200 ping servers when we shouldn't be? We should be getting like 30 ping servers. Like, why is that a thing? Oh, I don't know. Like, what the fuck? No wonder Royal 2 became Router 2, man. Like, goddamn. This game is so fucking broken. It's annoying too. And it's hard to play this game, dude. Like, honestly, like, it just makes the game not fun to play. Because it's so random. Like, I will go and gun punch, like, I'll go to, like, melee somebody, right? And it'll go through them and they'll just hit me. And I'll die. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how is this even, like, logical? Or you have, like, enemies that, like, randomly pop in. Like, they'll just pop in, like, mid, like you're fighting somebody else and you just see a guy just pop in. And you're like, what the fuck? I didn't see him come out. Where is he at? Like, how did he even get here? It's so, like, dumb. It is so mind-blowing. So 343, stop lacking and start actually fucking making the game better, because nobody's gonna play this game in a year if you guys keep on doing this shit. People are getting fed up with it. So just do better. Now onto the AM scene. I am tired of seeing amateur players dig themselves a hole and act like jackasses on Twitter. There's certain players, not even gonna say any names because honestly I don't give a fuck about these guys. They're not on my radar. I don't give a shit. They don't mean anything to me. So let's just get that out of the way. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna use your guys' names for clickbait or whatever the fuck you guys think you are. You're not shit to people. So calm down. Like, I'm just so sick of that shit, man. I'm so sick of these like amp kids that are 26, 27, never made it in Halo Pro scene, yet want to tell people, oh, I'm better than you, blah blah blah. Like, shut the fuck up. You're a glorified ranked kid, pretty much, dude. Like, that's how some of these kids are. Some of these people actually have good. I'm not even talking about the bad. I'm not talking about people that actually gone to lands and shit like that. I'm just talking about online kids. Like, there's a bunch of online kids that like act like they're gods when they're literally just glorified ranked kids that play scrims or eights. Them kids need to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. Like, I'm tired of them. But there's some of these AM kids that go to lands and they want to pick fights with people and they want to fight people and shit like that, and they want to make threats against each other and call out racism or whatever the fuck, but they're using the N-word as well. It's like, that to me is just mind-blowing. Like, how are you gonna call somebody racist and you're using the N-word? Like, what? Like, why are you fucking dry snitching like that, dog? Like, be a fucking man. Just tell the person, like, yo, don't fucking threaten me, because that's not cool. And that's it. You leave it at that. You just tell them, like, yo, don't fucking threaten me. Don't be like, I'm gonna fucking find you, I'll beat your ass, blah blah blah, I'll find you at the event, blah blah blah. I'm like, what? Be a fucking man. Stop. I don't know if it's just like Twitter, or if these kids are just so fucking emotionally weak that you can't handle like an argument with somebody. I've seen kids like just send each other death threats because they lost in a fucking scrim. Like, you guys are fucking emotionally, mentally weak. Like, honestly, I'm sorry. I deal with mental health shit all the time. Okay? I hate, if you pull the mental health card on me, motherfucker, I've been through more shit than you could ever understand. I've been through trauma. I've had trauma. It's like, I'm not here to preach to you and tell you that you need to get your shit together, because that's on you. You're a man. Like, be a man. Stop giving emotional reactions to people that want that. Just understand that, some people are shitty, and then move the fuck on. But there is one thing that I have seen that I don't think is fair. There is a certain player, I'm not going to say his name because I don't think it's worth my time to say his name, but he does have a legitimate gripe with an org, and I would love to talk to these guys and do an interview for Doomsday Prophets and just understand the situation better. From what he was claiming, they were giving him cryptocurrency instead of actual pay, which has been confirmed by other people, which is dog shit. And that's the cryptocurrency that they made, which is scummy as shit, and to be honest, that's just the most scummiest shit I've ever seen in my life, and that org deserves to be taken down. Like, there's no excuse for that. That's just some shitty ass behavior. Whether they had a reason to drop him, which I 100% agree they should have dropped him. Like, there's no reason, but they should have cut ties with both players. Like, one of the people that they kept on, like, they're still cool with, was definitely in the wrong as well. So they should have gotten rid of both of them, or cut ties with both of them, instead of just singling out one person. But the player that did get dropped is known to be very toxic, which, whatever. But he's also known to make threats against people at LAN events, try to fight people. Childish and bullshit, honestly. And there's Halo pros like telling him, like, get the fuck out of the community, we don't want you here. And then he's getting upset about it, and it's like, dude, like, I'm literally telling you the same thing. Like, get the fuck out of the community. Like, we don't want you here. Like, if you're gonna act like that, you're gonna act like a douchebag, and you're gonna like try, assert your dominance on people by try fighting them at a fucking LAN event over a fucking game. Like, you need more mental health. You need to see a psychiatrist. You need to go get some medicine. You need to do everything you can to get your shit fixed, because clearly you have something disconnected in your brain to where you are this mentally fucked up and you need help. And that's like being serious. Like, I'm not trying to clown him. That's not clowning somebody. Like, obviously he is very manic right now, and I feel bad for him in that sense, where it's like, it's not, he shouldn't be, judged based off his manic episode, but he should be judged based off his character. And I mean, his character says a lot about him, but he just doesn't, he disregards people and tries to pick fights with people, but then plays victim. And that's some bullshit. Like, don't play fucking victim if you're gonna threaten somebody, dude. Like, you're threatening people too, man. Like, shut the fuck up. Don't play like the, oh my god, I got threatened, I'm being harassed. Like, shut the fuck up. And the other guy too needs to chill out, take some time off, reevaluate shit, man. Like, you're clearly not having a good time. You're clearly not, you know, this whole racism bullshit. Like, stop trying to make shit about race. Like, I'm so sick of that, man. I'm Mexican, dude. I'm Latino. I'm half Mexican. I'm proud of that. And I'm half white. But don't make shit about race. It has nothing to do with the race. The reason why you got dropped was not because you were race, is because your actions. Actions have consequences. So don't play victim. Don't pretend like you're the oh, what was me? Oh, I got dropped. I'm a bad. Everybody hates me. Like I just can't, man. I can't deal with these kids doing this shit. Like, be a man. Like, it would have been fine if he was like, hey, I fucked up. I shouldn't have said this, which he has said that. I do appreciate him, and I do respect the fact that he has admitted that he was at fault. But the org doing him dirty like that, and not paying him his wage, like his salary and shit like that, it's just fucking scummy. And that's honestly something that I can 100% be on board for him being upset about and bitching about. But don't pull the race card. Like, that shit's whack. Like, that's just some bullshit. Like, don't do that shit when you're saying racial slurs too. Like, come on, man. Like, be better. You can't sit there and criticize somebody for saying racist shit when you also say a slur. And whether you want to, like, for me personally, I don't use the N-word. Like, that was the word used. I don't use the N-word. You know why? Not my culture. Like, I grew up in a family that does not use the N-word because it's not our culture. Not my culture. I didn't grow up in an area that was that even a possibility to even use, and I don't feel like it's my word to use because I don't give a fuck. I don't use the N-word. I'm not fucking 10. It's not some edgy shit that you just pull out your ass to, be cool. Like, not my culture. It's not my place to say the word or use the word. So it is what it is on that front. But if you grew up in an area where you can do that, like, let's say Mexicans do. Mexicans use the N-word a lot. People that grew up in more urban areas, like people that grew up in like the ghettos, quote unquote ghettos, or grew up in the hoods and shit like that, that's fine. Like, if you grew up in the culture and grew up in that environment, whatever, that's not a big deal. That's your business. That's not mine. I personally don't use the word just because it's not my word and it's not my place to say it. So that's just a personal thing for me. So I can understand people being upset with it. I personally just don't like the word because it's not used, like, for me, me growing up in Nebraska, like, that word was not used to be friendly. That word was to put people down and to be fucking racist against people, which, I'm Mexican, so I got called a beaner and shit like that by people, or a spick and shit like that. Like, I've dealt with, racist slurs and stuff, so it's like, me personally, like, I understand the thought process of not wanting people to be called other racist slurs. Like, it's just common sense. Like, and it's so unprofessional, man. Like, how are you gonna justify using that word and then being like, I got dropped, I don't know why I got dropped? Like, dude, the N-word in the Halo community is used by, like, everybody. And I've never knew this until, like, I got into coaching, where I seen, like, people using the word, like, freely. And it just blows my mind that this word is even acceptable at all. And to be honest, man, this is why this is why I want my team to be villains, dude. This is why I want us to be, quote unquote, like, people not to hate us, but we want to be respected. We want to take what we get. We want to be like the complexity. I want to be like the complexity of the Halo community. Like, people hate us, we win, shit like that. But we got to prove ourselves on that point. Right now, we're not doing shit. Like, I ain't going to say that I'm any better than any of these guys. I'm not going to say I'm any better than, really anybody. Like, I'm just doing my job as best as I can. And whether I succeed or not, it doesn't matter. As long as I put in as much effort as I can to, improve the guys and make them better and make them a top tier team, which is what my plan is, I will do anything at any risk. And promotion wise, like, you guys think I think of this as like WWE, pro wrestling. Like, you got baby faces, you got heels. Like, saying baby face. People look at Snipe Down or Spartan as like, or Rynoob. Rynoob is a big thing that people think of like as a villain guy. Like, a, you know, he's just so fucking disrespectful, dude. He's so like that kind of shit. Or Lethal. Lethal is a great example. Everybody thinks of Lethal as like the villain, evil dude, blah blah blah. But now you guys know who Lethal is, like, you know. But Lethal has, you know, we can't be, you know, we can't talk shit to pro players. We can't talk shit to other AMs unless we prove our worth and that we can win. So we won't be talking shit like that. We'll just be playing our character. I'll just play the character as the bad guy and whatever. I'll take the responsibility of, you know, really cementing ourselves as like an evil quote unquote team. But I will never let my players like disrespect people, no matter what. Like, if I find out any of my players are disrespecting anybody, I will force them to fucking apologize to them. And, you know, because if it's unjust, like, if the people are talking shit first, then yeah, whatever, you know, I'll let it slide. But if it's just them going after people, like telling how dog shit they are, like, that's just unacceptable. You know, that's not winner mindset. That's a loser mindset. So that's my goal, is to make winners. I don't want to be the second best in the world. I want to be the best in the world. That should be the fucking plan. Just put your head down and work. You know? That's main goal for me, is to be the best Halo team of all time. You know, I want to be the final boss. I want to be the dynasty, like, you know, Snakebite, Royal 2, Frosty, Lethal, all them guys. I want to be that. You know, I want to be the most dominant team. But if we're wasting our time on these AM kids and arguing with them, and people, these amateur kids don't realize that they're losing so much like stock by going and like attacking each other, because people don't want to play with you. You know, if you have to go and like be toxic to each other, like, you guys aren't gonna make it. You know, I see so much shit going on in like the sauna and shit like that. There's hackers in this game, dude, and that's what really fucks with people, is that these kids think that they're gods, but they're just hacking. And there's some people that are really good, and people just think they're hacking, so they get discredited, which is fine. Shout out to my boy Maddie. Boy's not on the team though. You know, if you're watching this and you're a competitive Halo player and you actually want to go to Orlando, which he's planning on to, hit him up. He's a really, really good player. Probably the nastiest, like, fast-paced player if you need that. Other than that, man, this is gonna be the end of the video, dude. Like, I just wanted to get that out there. Like, we're gonna become villains, dude. We're gonna live up to our, I'm gonna create like this fucking whole storyline shit that I want to do. And, you know, whether I get like unnecessary hate or whatever like that, like, I'm cool with it. Like, I'm used to getting hated on by people. Thick skin, dude. Like, you gotta be having the thickest fucking skin when you play these kind of games, dude. Otherwise, you're gonna be so mentally just fucking beat down by people, and that's just not cool. So, again, Unite Gaming, villains of Halo. We will reign dominant. That's a fact. So I appreciate you guys coming by the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.